What is the fastest way to learn English? Whenever the strong winds blow, the eagle flies even higher and higher and welcomes the challenge. You should begin by low pressure situations. Now, what I mean by low pressure situations, this mirror acts as your mind, and whenever you learn something new. Hello, my brothers and sisters, a warm welcome to this channel. In many of my videos, I have observed that people ask me, when will I start speaking English, or how long will it take to learn English? In fact, this is the fundamental question which every learner asks their tutor or guide whenever they start to learn this language. But what is the correct answer to this question? That is what I am going to reveal to you in this video. So stay tuned to this video because you are going to get the answer to this question. So let's start without a hitch. Let me start with a story. Once there was an old man, and as usual he was working in his field, and then suddenly a young man approached him, and then he asked the old man, how long will it take to reach Amritsar railway station from here? यहाँ से अमृतसर रेलवे स्टेशन पहुंचने में कितना टाइम लगेगा? The old man did not reply. The young man repeated his question, but the old man did not reply this time also. Now the young man got angry and he told the old man, are you deaf? अरे भाई साहब बहरे हो क्या? नहीं तो कुछ बोलो. This time also the old man did not respond. Now the man thought there is no use in wasting time over here, and then he started running towards his destination, which is Amritsar railway station. After some time, another young man approached the farmer and asked the same question. But the old man did not reply this time also. This man also repeated his question, but the old man did not reply. Now this man also called the old man deaf, and then he also continued his journey. But this man was walking happily, looking around at nature and many more things. But he was walking. The old man observed them for a while. And then he beckoned both the men, and then he told the first young man that you will take 1 hour to reach Amritsar railway station. And then he told the second young man, you will take 3 hours to reach Amritsar railway station. Hearing this, the young men were surprised that what kind of old man is this? When I asked him earlier, he did not reply, and now he is answering my question. And out of curiosity, the men asked the old man, why didn't you reply my question earlier? The old man smiled and told the men that I did not see your pace, and your pace is really important. मैंने आपकी चाल नहीं देखी थी. It all depends on your pace. It all depends on your pace. And hearing this, the young man continued the journey, and as predicted, the first young man reached Amritsar railway station before time, and as he was early for his train, he waited at the railway station and then got on the train and went to his desired destination. But the second young man missed his train and he had to wait for another train. So my brothers and sisters, what do we understand from the story? Both the men had the same goal. Both the men had the same starting point. But just because their pace was different, they got different results. Similarly, in this journey of learning English, there are many people. Some are just waiting that yes, I will start. When, how? Yes, I will start. Some are just waiting. They've not even started their journey. Whereas some are walking. They're just loitering around and walking. Whereas some are jogging. Some are running. And some are running even faster. So my brothers and sisters, it all depends on your pace. Some people say that you will start speaking English within 1 month, within 2 months. But what they really do is that they just pick some interval of time and they say that you will start speaking English within this particular interval of time. But no, my brothers and sisters, this is wrong. कुछ लोग कहते हैं आप 2 महीनों में, 1 महीने में फर्राटेदार इंग्लिश बोलने लग जाएंगे. But no, all this is a fake guarantee. It's not a real guarantee, it's a fake guarantee because they don't know your pace. Then how can they assure you that you will start speaking English within this interval of time, that interval of time, and so on? They can't assure you because they don't know your pace. They don't know your speed of learning. Then how can they assure you? You can assure yourself because you know your pace of learning. But they cannot assure you, isn't it? Yes, I can tell you the way. But I can't tell you how long it takes to reach it because I don't know your pace. It all depends on your pace. And what is your pace? That's your speed of learning. I can tell you one thing. If you're not procrastinating and you're serious about learning English, you're practicing it every day, then the day won't be far when you'll start speaking English. On the other hand, if you're a procrastinator and you're just procrastinating things around, that yes, I'll learn English tomorrow, next week, next month, like that, then you may take a little time to learn English. So my brothers and sisters, now the question arises, what is the fastest way to learn English? Now what is the fastest way to learn English? The fastest way to learn English, we need to know the A, B, C, D, E of English. Now here don't worry, I'm not going to teach you A for apple, B for ball and so on. No. What I mean by A, B, C, D of English is that here A stands for approachable, B stands for bindas, C is nothing but consistent, and D stands for determined, whereas E stands for effective strategy. Now what do I mean by approachable, bindas, consistent, determined and effective strategy? Let me tell you. A stands for approachable. Now what I mean by approachable English is that English should be accessible and simple. It should be accessible and simple. It means that you should create the environment, resources and learning methods that encourage you to engage confidently in the language. गया वो ज़माना, gone are the days, गया वो ज़माना जब English सुनने को बहुत कम मिलती थी. Now we are living in the 21st century and there are many multimedia resources available like audio recordings, videos, podcasts, audiobooks, interactive apps and storybooks. And you can utilize all these multimedia resources to learn English. You can choose them according to your preference, but you should listen in English or read in English. You can use all these multimedia resources. The mistakes that we are making when learning this language is that whenever somebody says that you should watch movies to learn English, then what do? We just start watching movies. But the problem is that we start watching movies which are of a very advanced level and of such an advanced level that we cannot even understand what the movie is trying to convey to us. You're not able to understand. But no, my brothers and sisters, this is wrong. And sometimes people also say that novels, you should read novels. Then what are we doing? We are reading novels whose vocabulary words are so much hi-fi that we are not even able to understand that what the novel is trying to convey to us. This is also wrong. Instead, if you watch a simple storybook or a cartoon which is of your level and you're able to connect with it, you should be able to connect with it, then that's way more better than watching any movie or reading any novel which is not of your level, which is of a very advanced level. That is of no use. So that's what I mean by English should be accessible. Now, approachable English means that you should be able to connect with it. Now, I hope all of you remember that B stands for Bindas. You should be Bindas. You should be bold. एक बार बोलो, दो बार बोलो, 1000 बार बोलो. ये इंग्लिश बोलने की ही चीज़ है और इसे बोल के ही सीखा जा सकता है. इसलिए एक बार बोलो, दो बार बोलो, 1000 बार बोलो. If people don't understand you, then repeat it. But don't quit. Now you will say, I can't learn English. English is a foreign language. English is hard to learn. But no, my brothers and sisters, this self-doubt should be replaced by knockout. Knock out your fear, anxiety, hesitation and English trauma. Just knock out them. That's what I mean by bindas, or I would say bold. You should be bold. It's okay to stumble occasionally. Now you will say, Havisha is saying it's easy. but this girl is saying it's difficult. बोलना तो आसान है, करना मुश्किल है. But no, my brothers and sisters, it's easy. You should begin by low pressure situations. Now, what I mean by low pressure situations, I don't mean that some pressure cooker or air pressure. What I mean by low pressure situations means talk to people who are supportive and understanding. By talking to whom you won't have much pressure, so that you will speak for self-expression, not for impression. And then increase the complexity and duration as you get comfortable. So that's what I mean by begin with low pressure situations. So my brothers and sisters, now I would like to share something with you. Do you know that an eagle enjoys when the storm clouds gather? All the birds hide in their nests, but the eagle enjoys the most. Whenever the strong winds blow, the eagle flies even higher and higher and welcomes the challenge which the storm clouds bring. Similarly, while learning this language, we should also have only one mindset, which is to find the possibilities in the problems and opportunities in the challenges. Once Napoleon Hill said, "Every great challenge brings a great option." That's what Napoleon Hill wants to convey to us. For example, if you're going to a very nice hotel and there the waiter asks you something in English and you have to converse in English, that's a great challenge for you. But it also brings a great option, or I would say a great opportunity for you. Why? Because you can improve your English skills by talking to the waiter in English. Isn't it? So now, that's all what I mean by Bindas. Now after Bindas, now we learn what I mean by consistency. C stands for consistency. We all know the story of the tortoise and the rabbit. The rabbit was resting in middle of the race. Wait. I'm not going to narrate that story over here. The crux of that story is that whenever you have an extremely important task to do, then you should not get sidetracked. What I understood from this story is that whenever you want your dreams to come true, then you should not take a nap before accomplishing your dream. You should not take a nap before accomplishing this dream of learning English. And always remember, don't sleep in middle of your journey. So that's what I mean by consistent. And to begin is easy, but to persist is an art. Similarly, while learning English, in the beginning, you may be very, very enthusiastic, but in the middle of the journey, you might get bored. Why? Because you're not able to persist learning English. That should not happen. We should all learn the art of persistence. Always remember, consistency is the key to build language skills effectively. You can only dominate a language when the words in it become a part of your active vocabulary. What I mean by consistency is nothing more than you should speak English every day. You must have an English schedule which focuses on your weaknesses. Like suppose you have made a list of your strengths and weaknesses. Then your English schedule should focus on your weaknesses. That's what I mean by consistency in learning English. Now let's understand the D of English. D stands for determination. Determination is very important. Determination is essential for learning English. You should be determined. Wait. I'm not going to talk about all that stuff here because we all know about the importance of determination. What I want to share with you is what I've learned from my parents is that whenever the fire is outside, then it can easily be extinguished. But if the fire is inside, then it cannot be easily extinguished. Similarly, determination is the fuel for motivation, and this fire of motivation should be from inside, not outside. If you are motivated by your friend to learn English, it means that your fire, or I would say your desire to learn English, is from outside and it can easily be extinguished. But if Your fire to learn English, or I would say the desire to learn English, is from inside. It is your decision. Then it cannot be easily extinguished. Even if a friend says, why are you learning this language? It's a foreign language. There is still time. Leave it. Then also you won't stop learning English because the desire is from inside. And determination is the fuel for motivation. You should be determined so that you will get the fire of motivation from inside. So let's light the fire from inside to learn English and not from outside. No matter what comes in our way, we should light this fire of learning English from the inside and not from the outside. Now let's learn the E of English. Not E for egg or something, E for elephant. No. I'm going to tell you what do I mean by effective strategy. Now, effective strategy entails review and reflect. Now, what do I mean by review and reflect? It means that let's make a two-way process. This is a two-way process. Review and reflect. Suppose you have learned 5 vocabulary phrases. You have made a target of learning 5 vocabulary phrases per day. You have made the target. But now you need to review at the end of the day. You need to check that did you do it or not. Did you do it or not? That's how you can review your progress. You should periodically review and celebrate your progress on the way. Suppose you've done your target of completing 5 vocabulary phrases per day for a month. Then you can celebrate it by eating something really very special or drinking something which you like or something like that. You should celebrate your progress. After reviewing, the second step is to reflect it. But how? I hope all of you know that whenever light falls on a mirror, then the mirror reflects it back. Similarly, this mirror acts as your mind, and whenever you learn something new related to English or anything, then you must use it somehow. It means that you must reflect it somehow. If there are no situations, then create some situations. If suppose you're talking to your friend and you want to use one idiom, then you should create the background so that you can use that idiom. That's how you should reflect whatever you learn. As I've already mentioned that you have taken a target of learning 5 vocabulary phrases every day. Now, at the end of a week, now you want to reflect those vocabulary phrases. It means that you must recall those vocabulary phrases, and if you are able to recall them and you are able to use them, it means that they have retained in your mind. But if you are not able to recall them, it means that they have not retained in your mind and you need to go back and revise them. That's how you can reflect whatever you learn. You must identify areas of improvement. Adjust your learning strategies as needed. Celebrate your success. That's how you can use an effective strategy. To use an effective strategy, you also need to set clear goals. It means that you must have an English SMART goal. And you also must identify your strengths and weaknesses. And your English SMART goal must focus on your weaknesses. And be honest to yourself, most importantly. And I have also emphasized this English SMART goal in one of my previous videos. And the link is in the description box. So that's how you should set clear goals. So this is the ABCDE of English. Now the ball is in your court. Use it or lose it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks for watching.
If you found this video useful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Bye bye. See you in the next video.